everyone, and welcome to another edition of TV Talks. This is going to be part 2 of the Super Bowl recap that I did. You can find the first part down in the description below. I talked about the game, the halftime show, and the commercials. This one is going to be devoted directly towards the trailers that we got with Sunday night's game against the Denver Broncos and the Carolina Panthers. So, let's get talking about movies. Our first one up is Deadpool. Now, we did get a Deadpool trailer during the Super Bowl. We didn't get a lot of new footage. The only new thing that we really got was a joke that Deadpool made about always wanting to be a superstar athlete so he could make babies across the nation. That's pretty much the only new thing that we got with this trailer, and I feel like that is because the movie comes out on Friday. I hope to see it shortly after it comes out so I can quickly get a discussion up about it for you guys. 10 Cloverfield Lane. Now, this is a sequel to Cloverfield, which came out mid-2000s, I think. Now, the thing about this movie is that it has been shrouded in secrecy. They released the first trailer for it about a couple weeks ago, and this is the second, I guess, trailer, if you want to call it that we've gotten for this movie, and it comes out in March already. And so, not a lot's known about this movie. What I can say from watching the first trailer, I'll put it in the description down below, is John Goodman is about the only big actor that is in this movie. He is in a bunker with a boy and a girl. They're in like their late teens, their early 20s. So they're in this bunker, they're playing board games, they're just eating dinner. The girl ends up bashing John Goodman over the head with a beer bottle, and she's running for the stairs to get out of this bunker. And John Goodman's like, "No, you can't leave, you can't go up there, you can't leave," and that's pretty much where the trailer ends. This one picks up. We find out that the girl was in a car accident, and John Goodman's character saves her. The main things that you can pull from this trailer are the things that John Goodman says. He says, "I'm focused on being prepared. I saved your life by bringing you here. There's something coming. It's not safe out there." Being a sequel to Cloverfield, I haven't seen it, but what I know from it and what I've heard from it, there's a big monster that took out New York. So my guess is this monster is going to be back, or there's more of them. There was maybe a nuclear holocaust because all the governments in the world were trying to nuke these aliens. The possibilities are endless with this movie. But the thing that really intrigues me about this movie is all of the psychological things that can happen with just these three characters being trapped in this bunker for who knows how long. So again, the movie comes out on March 11th. Next one up is The Jungle Book. The coolest thing about this trailer is, as you can see, it looks like it was shot in 3D. Never was a real big fan of The Jungle Book, the cartoon movie, but watching this trailer, and then when I was online looking for this so I could put it up as a visual, I found out that they released an actual trailer along with this, an actual like 2.5-minute trailer, and it looks really good. I mean, the cast is phenomenal. You have Ben Kingsley, you have Idris Elba, you have Scarlett Johansson, Bill Murray, Christopher Walken. The cast is just phenomenal, and it's directed by Jon Favreau, who did the first 2 Iron Man movies, and so it looks really good. The CGI in it is just, these animals look real, and the fact that they talk like human beings, I'm excited for this movie now. I wasn't before, but I'm curious to see how it plays out. First look at the new Jason Bourne movie. This is a movie that people didn't think was ever going to happen. I mean, Matt Damon said that he wouldn't come back unless Greengrass returned to direct the movie, and here we have gotten our first footage of it, and oh my gosh, this looks awesome. First off, there's a lot of fist fights. The first and last shots of this trailer is Matt Damon duking it out with some dude in like an underground, almost like a Fight Club type thing. Tommy Lee Jones is in this movie. That makes me really excited because Tommy Lee Jones, he's Tommy Lee Jones. He's amazing. And he asked the question, why would he come back now? And this makes me to believe that there is a significant amount of time that has passed between the Bourne Ultimatum and this new Bourne movie, which is called Jason Bourne. That's another interesting thing that I find about this movie is it's not the Bourne something. It's just Jason Bourne. It's just his character. The thing that makes me the most excited about this is Matt Damon drops the line, "I know who I am. I remember everything." Because as we learned in the Bourne Ultimatum, he remembers everything now. Him knowing everything could be really dangerous, but the girl, I forget what her name is, but she's in all three of them. She, after he says, "I know who I am, I know everything," she drops the line, "Remembering everything doesn't mean that you know everything." And then they talk about how the world is at war and they need the ultimate weapon, and as they're talking about this, it's all these action shots with Jason Bourne, and I'm really excited for this movie. This movie comes out on July 29th. Another trailer that we got tonight was a new trailer for the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Out of the Shadows. The first movie was, it had its good moments, but overall it was kind of meh. I mean, there were a lot of Michael Bay fingerprints all over it. Now, he was a producer of it, of course, so that's to be expected, but based off of the first trailer that we got for this movie, and now this 30-second teaser spot, it looks like they're trying to go into more of like a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movies that not only the fans deserve, but the fans kind of need. Let's talk about the big thing, and that's right here. We get our first shot of Krang, and now this tells us that Krang is also in this movie. This is something that even fans of the 80s cartoons have been waiting for so long. He is one of the prime Ninja Turtles villains. So not only do we get Rocksteady and Bebop in this movie, but now we also get Krang and Shredder's back. This movie has so much potential to be so much better than the first one. And now I don't think it's going to be as good as the original from 1990, but I'm expecting good things from this movie. And now some concerns that people have about this movie already is from the last shot. It's Raphael. The turtles are up on this plane, and they're like, "Where's Raph?" And then this other plane is coming, and Raphael just like splats up against the windshield, and people are like, "Oh, that's not really that practical. Like, even a turtle wouldn't be able to survive that, even though they're all beefed up and bulked up." And honestly, I don't care. I mean, I laughed the first time I saw that. Because he splats up on the windshield, he's like, and just like slides off. It's funny, and I don't care about the practicality of it. As long as I can have a fun Ninja Turtles movie, that's the only thing that I'm really concerned about. Next up, we have Independence Day Resurgence. Now, the thing that's kind of weird about this movie is it's called Independence Day. It's the sequel to the great first Independence Day movie, but it doesn't come out on Independence Day. Now, that doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me, but I'm not complaining a whole lot because this movie comes out on my birthday. That's right, it comes out on June 24th. Now, the one shot that I can really talk about is right here. The first shot of the movie. It's during the national anthem, from what we can tell is either the Super Bowl or a big football game. And as the fighter jets are flying over the stadium, out come the alien war jets shooting back after them. The thing about this trailer, I liked it. I was really excited when I saw it, but then thinking about it, I'm just like, wait a minute, because the thing that makes me nervous about this is I feel like they might have shown us too much. It was, of course, these spots aren't that long. There's not a lot that they can show us, so a lot of these trailers for movies that they showed during the Super Bowl were all just action shots, and that's what this one was, but they showed a lot of what I feel like is their big set pieces, and I just feel like we might have seen too much in that essence. I mean, we don't know a whole lot about the storyline other than what we got from the first trailer, and it didn't show us the whole movie, but I feel like the big cool shots that would have been awesome to see for the first time up on the big screen, they might have already just blown their load on that already by showing us what they did in this quick spot. X-Men Apocalypse. This is probably the one superhero movie this year that is getting the least amount of attention, and I don't really know why. It comes out on Memorial Day weekend on May 27th, and it's a continuation off of Days of Future Past. The two shots that we can really talk about from this 30-second spot are the shot of Olivia Munn coming up as Cyclops, and she cuts through the car and she lands. That scene was awesome, and that's mostly what this 30-second spot was just all these different action shots, which kind of adds to the first trailer that they showed us, which was really cool. But that shot and this shot right here with Apocalypse having that chokehold on Jennifer Lawrence's Mystique. Oh man, that was the one shot in this that I was like, yes, I'm pumped for this movie. I mean, I was pumped for this movie before, but this just builds onto the excitement, which again is what I feel like these 30-second spots during the Super Bowl are for. And that's what I liked about this year's TV spots, is that they showed us enough to get you excited. They didn't show too much. Independence Day might have shown us too much, like I talked about just recently, but for the most part, these trailers just showed us shots to get us more excited for the movie. Which brings me to our last movie, Captain America: Civil War. Now, I'm gonna go through all of the big shots in this movie because I'm just gonna end this right here because I'm gonna need to talk about this in another clip.